Vincenzo's gold crypto investing. I almost messed up my own name. As you can see, I'm outside the bowling alley, right? About to go in and bowl in our final week of this league that I'm not really too fond of. Because it's not just bowling. You got to play these stupid in-game things. Even though we're in first place, win-loss wise, you dress up, get your points, you got all these random stupid shit you got to do. But this is the last week of this nonsense, and then we get into a real sanction league, which is going to be cool. It's a 5-man team, 5 versus 5, and that's a 32-week league, I believe. So that's going to be fun. You can see the old Dodge Ram has added another couple thousand miles, and we're ever so closely approaching. What's going to come first? Bitcoin, $100,000, or old Vincenzo's Gen 4 Dodge Ram. You see the big Dodge there? And it says Dodge everywhere, Ram, so you know you got a Dodge Ram. Yeah, you can say whatever you want. Oh, it's not Dodge Ram anymore, Vincenzo. Fiat, Chrysler said it's just Ram now. Yeah, they can change and do whatever they want with the name. To me, I still call it my Dodge Ram, my Dodge, because it's a Dodge, okay? So we'll see what comes first. Old Vincenzo's Dodge, Gen 4, 2016, hits 100,000 miles, or does the Bitcoin price reach 100,000 miles first? I got my money on the old girl that I'm sitting in right now, right? Because if Bitcoin is to ever hit 100,000, I believe we're at least 12 to 20 months away from that, because we got a long bear market to go. And I was going to make a video earlier, and I didn't have time to, but you can see as this came down and we had this little pump, I should have made a trade on this, because when I made this pump in the 4-hourly, and then you notice it did not come anywhere close to this old high. And if we zoom in and isolate, that's right, old Vincenzo said isolate a little bit closer for more data points, which data points are candlesticks, right? And there's more hours in a day than the 4-hour frames, right? And you can see as soon as it came up here and started bottoming out and rounding out, that's a classic sign that it's going to be bearish. It's going to slip back down. If you go into the shorter time frame, you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll go into the 30-minute time frame. Right? Fucked up. Deleted that. Zoom out. Or maybe we need to go to the far closer time frame. Which way? After 1 second. We'll go to the 5-minute. The daily. There should be a moving average right underneath there that it's going to come to. No. Maybe there's not, because the price has been trading sideways so long. But that's beyond the point. But there we go. The 2-hour time frame. What it would normally do, I knew there'd be a moving average in one of the time frames in the hours. When it does this, comes up, tops out, it usually comes back down now and touches this. And what I would expect here in a quick forecast call by Vincenzo, we hit this 200-day, just like we did here earlier, last night, I believe. And then usually what it does, trades around it, comes back up in a power move real quick of a couple percent, back tests this, upper resistance, and then it flushes down, right? And that's what I think is actually going to happen here. If we zoom in now, you can see it more in the 15-minute. So we know that moving average is right down in here, right? It's going to come into here, and then boom, have a big power move up. And everyone's going to think it's getting bullish again, and then it quickly reverses and ends up coming down. And I believe that's exactly what's going to happen here. And the Bitcoin price, as you know, I've been saying since it started the rounding top up here, I thought its next area that it would hit first in a big move or a big way in price action was down here on this underneath support of this uptrending bear flag that we're in. And only Vincenzo is calling this a bear flag. BitBoy Crypto, Carl from the Moon, Crypto, and the rest of these. I'm sure they're great people, but YouTube charlatans, because they always say everything's bullish. They don't warn you of a bear market until the price is down 40, 50, 60%. And then they say, ooh, we're in a bear market, but don't sell your coins now because we're at 30,000, 25,000 in a bear market. Why didn't you tell them the bear market when it was at 60,000 that you could see coming? It was textbook, telegraphed for any and everybody that was willing to listen to the Bitcoin price, to the cryptocurrency market, and to the Federal Reserve and world central banks. They were telegraphing a bear market in the cryptos, right? So I don't know why nobody paid attention to that. I know why they weren't telling their audience that, because they know that when there's a bear market, there's less people watching cryptocurrency videos. I've noticed that. There's less people using their links. There's less people supporting their channel via whatever they have going on. So they love to keep the fairyland dust, and everyone's going to get rich, and the bull market's never going to end. It's a perpetual bull market as long as they can before it becomes obvious to everybody, because all the views and the hoopla and the momentum dies off in their channels for a little while, and they don't want that. They try to hold on to it and suck and squeeze and slither everything they can out of their audience, instead of being truthful with them to let their audience prepare for what's actually coming up in the upcoming price. And some of these people could have downsized their positions at 50 and 60,000 instead of upping their positions and averaging up in those positions at 50 and 60,000, listening to these charlatans, right? But hey, that's just the nature of the game. I'm sure they're all phenomenal people, but they got that charlatanism in them, because most of them, I believe, can't prove, but I believe that they get major payment contributions from coins, like Carl from the Moon made his own cryptocurrency up and didn't tell anybody, and he started hawking it to all of his subscribers, and then the subscribers bought it all up, and that coin he cashed out and got a whole bunch of money. And then that whatever that charlatan token was that he created or co-created or had a co-founding ownership in and didn't tell anybody, he got his paid, he got his money, and then the coin collapsed because it was a big pile of garbage, right? Old Vincenzo's not about that. Old Vincenzo wasn't a taxi cab driver or working at a grocery store before he started his YouTube channel. He has a primary income, and I do this for the people because I like helping the people understand the market and try to give them an alternative view on what's going on when you correlate the monetary and fiscal policy of the United States, the world economic what's going on in the economics around the world. Is it a expansionary cycle, a contractionary cycle? Are monetary rates going up? Are they easing? Are they tightening? Right? And that all correlates into what's going on with the crypto price, right? And the stock market, gold and silver bullion, the currency market. And I'm here to try to help you, right? And I had a subscriber on here say, Vincenzo, you charge $38 a month. Sasha Pink Paws, your channel is $38 a month. That's a lot of money. I thought it used to be a lot cheaper. She's been misinformed, as I have commented to her. Let's get rid of that. I put a comment in to clarify, $38 a year, not $38 a month. She misconstrued when I said it's not $38 a minute, a day, a month, right? It's $38 a year if you want to just use the cheapest option and support the channel, right? And it gives you some of the perks. And that's the cheapest way and the best value on YouTube for what I'm doing here for the people at $38 a year. I believe my cheapest option, if all my 1,200 subscribers as we approach slowly but surely, you guys need to help share this channel more. $2, I think it's $1.99. That's the best value on YouTube. That's the best value for information on what's going on in the overall market, politically, policy-wise, economics-wise, what the Fed's going to do. Is there a boom coming? Is there a bust coming, right? Is it an inflation? Is it a depression, right? Do we have a monetary boom, or are we going into what I call an inflationary depression? And if you guys could just help support the channel, right? That's why it's $1.99 there, because I do have a job. Before I started this, I was not a taxi driver. I don't need this channel like those guys do to buy yachts and whatever. Well, I don't have a yacht. I don't make enough money to buy a yacht. But I don't need the channel to buy my cars or whatever, right? That's why you don't see me sitting out in front of a fancy car or sitting out on a boat somewhere and then Yeah, look, I'm on a boat or whatever, like all these charlatans do. When they start doing that, that's how you know they're charlatans, right? They're just trying to sell you something. They're selling you a pipe dream is what they're selling you. Old Vincenzo doesn't do that. From time to time, I'll take a picture and show you I'm on the water, right? Or whatever. I always show my truck because it's my truck, right? It's my daily driver. You might as well see, I like my truck. Got to show her off a little bit. But you don't see old Vincenzo doing charlatan things. And when you see charlatan things starting to happen, like those people do, you got to dodge. You got to bolt when they're not showing you just everyday what they're doing for life, but when they're trying to impress you uh, with their big cars that they say they bought with crypto and all this nonsense. That's the classic what used to be before YouTube was you would see the commercials with the big real estate guy in front of his house partying with a bunch of models getting drunk because he learned how to flip this house or he's got the special formula for success for you when they used to sell them on commercials before the internet came and especially YouTube type platforms, right? Those were those old commercials and some people fell for it, but they were charlatans, right? The modern version in modern times is showing you Lamborghinis and sitting in front of them and sitting on yachts making videos trying to impress you and sell you something, right? They're trying to sell their lifestyle to you that it can be as easy as just do whatever they say down there for $200 a month or whatever, right? So you got to look out for that. I got to get into this bowling alley as we start in 25 minutes for practice. But I've been rambling on here. I'll do some more videos, probably drunk videos when I get out of bowling because I usually drink 4 to 6 Crown and Cokes because I bowl better for some reason when I get drunk. And usually I bowl around 200 every game. If I'm not drunk, I seem to think too much. And when I start getting a nice buzz, I just get that rhythm going, right? And we bowled 6 of our last 9 games have been over 200, and 2 of those have been over 225. So we've been on a roll lately. But as you can see, Ethereum, what I think, or XRP, what I think is going on here is 37 cents. It's getting topped out. It's getting another rejection off of the bottom part of that after a little fake out like we talked about yesterday up here. I got to speed this up. I think it's coming down here. That's why I left that on there, even after this little fake pump this morning that got the cryptocurrency charlatans. They're charlatans when you get a little pump like that. They're all over YouTube that it's going to the moon. Just like if it comes down here and then does this, they're going to say it's going to the moon again, right? It's going, Carl from the Moon's got a $48,000 target within the next 30 days. Really, it's about the next 2 weeks. He's been saying that for a month now, that it's going to 48,000, yet the price continues to go sideways to down, right? So I think that's where XRP is going. XLM, I think it's coming down back here where we have these 4 circles are now 5 right there. I think we're about to make another one, and I think the price is going to come down there. It could bounce up and do this again, right? But I think it's going to come down here in its next major move for a retest. If we look at the Doge for the Dogecoin Millionaire update, this guy is going to lose it all, and this has got the classic rounding top. All these guys think this is pumping up here. Could it pump up there? Yes, we've been watching that, but it's becoming more obvious. I think if you are to end up going up here in the short term in Doge, I think it's going to round and come down and have to form this kind of reverse cup, right? Usually the cups go like this, and then the cup's down, and then it comes down, and then it shoots up. This is forming kind of a reverse cup where we're pumping up, and then I think this is going to round back down, and you can see this would be like a bearish cup and handle, and then this could come up here, and then it comes back down to the inverse cup and handle, and then it breaks that, and then it comes down, right? I think that could absolutely happen, but I do believe Dogecoin, as I was the only guy here, Dogecoin Millionaire didn't believe it. Nobody else on YouTube was calling for a sub 1 cent Dogecoin. When old Vincenzo, you can look at the tapes and go back to the day when the Elon Musk, in the 3 days, 4 days leading up to the Elon Musk nonsense, old Vincenzo said this would not end up here, like everybody said it would that night. They said it would be up here that night. I said, absolutely not. Old Vincenzo said this price was coming all the way down as we have this head and shoulders topping reversal where I already had the left shoulder shown, and then I showed you the head was forming, right? And we were about right here, just before the Saturday Night Live, and I made the prediction at the top that Dogecoin would eventually be below a penny, right? And old Vincenzo is going to be validated because we're sitting at 8 cents, and we've been a little bit lower than that. We've been as low as 4 3/4 cents. And this will go back below 1 penny. Will it stay there long? I don't know. Will it get back above a penny? More than likely. But this will hit that target of 1 cent. And I was the industry first and only, and still nobody's calling for Dogecoin to go under a penny. Right? Like, subscribe, and share to Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love. Peace and love.